You should nowadays invest in branding. People don't care about products. People are buying brands. That's simple.
Because, of course, the products may change, but the brand is always gonna be the same. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another chapter of Ocho Minds by Ocho Marketing. First of all, I would like to thank Leo Da Vinci Media for the edition and the filming. And also, I would like to introduce you today to our special guest. Ta-da! Mr. Nikola Morales. Please introduce yourself, Nikola.
Thank you so much, Alejandra. Thank you for such an amazing introduction about myself. But yeah, of course, I will tell you now just a bit more about me, about the company, because we are Ocho Marketing, right?
Yes, sir.
Today, and yeah, so basically, Nicola, 29 years old, almost 30 years old. Yeah, I mean, time is flying. Based here in Dubai since 3 years. Before that, I was based in Switzerland, born and raised over there with my Peruvian roots. So yeah, that's why you might heard speak Spanish as well too. But today, yeah, we English audience.
Exactly. Today we're going to speak English. But anyway, you can see here the subtitles below. So it will be easy for you whether if you want to listen in English or read in the Spanish. So first of all, I would like to ask you, Nico, how is today's marketing landscape?
Marketing landscape today, it's busy, incredibly busy. There is a lot of competitors, a lot of actors, a lot of different tool, new tool, old tool, but remake into new technologies. So I believe that people might feel some interrogation about it, but as well feel some lost at some point, probably.
Yes, I think so. But you know, the thing is, in every market that is constantly growing, there is a lot of people trying to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And some of them are good, and some of them are not as good as you think.
Yeah, as usual. But at the end of the day, they market themselves pretty good, I guess, and that's why they are selling, right? That the whole thing. But to make just some link with what you just said, I would say that nowadays you have many offers. Of course, you have many demands. So people they quite over they are confused about where to go with who they would like to work, and that makes the choice, I mean, always more and more complicated. So what I can recommend at some point is just to work with someone that understand your brand, understand your idea, understand the product you are selling. But first of all, you should understand all those points before to ask someone to understand for you, right? And I would say that's the main challenge nowadays, to understand what I'm doing, for who, with who, and how I will make all those points merging together for a better future, and for a healthy company, of course, because that's the whole point. At the end of the day, we all want to make profit of the product, of the company, of the service we are providing to someone.
So when we talk about a lot of competition, how to go ahead and how to highlight.
Well, that is a tricky question, of course. But at some point, I would say just by calling us. No, just kidding. You know what? You should nowadays invest in branding. People don't care about products. People are buying brands. That's simple.
Well,
Which
this
phone? Sorry,
is,
which phone are you using?
of course, iPhone.
All right.
Of
Which
course.
computer are you using?
I have a Mac.
Do you wear an Apple Watch? Maybe not today.
I have an Apple Watch. I don't use it all the time, but I want it.
All right. Earphone?
Yes, of course, my AirPods.
Did you ever get a discount from Apple?
Never, but I wish actually Apple, if you're listening to me, give me a discount because I need a new phone.
I know they are giving some time for student or something like this, but this is a clear example of the potential and the power of marketing and branding especially. So you might keep that in mind. It's really important to understand how this company, I mean, became the top seller in their industry. How
Yeah.
you can explain that? Because nowadays you will see a lot of companies doing discount as a strategy, but they're not performing as well as Apple, for instance. So how can you explain that?
And it's crazy because you can see that people most of the time, if they don't have enough money to buy an iPhone, like going through the store and just buy it, they're saving their money until they get enough money to buy an iPhone instead of going for cheaper options.
100%. Another interesting thing, you know that every single item that they will release, it will be more expensive than the previous one. And you know
I
what?
know.
And the queue in front of the store is even longer than for the previous product, right?
Yes.
And you told me before that proudly that you are using all those items, right?
Yes,
So
of
you
course.
kind of ambassador of the brand, and they don't pay you a penny.
Because I think that when people loves a brand and they feel represented by this brand, they are the first people to try to sell you this product. It's like, for example, when you're in a meeting with your friends and all of them have their phone on the table and you see someone, no hate, but like with using a Huawei. It's like, how come you have a Huawei and you don't have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Look, compare, look at my screen, look at this, look at my camera. It's like we are being paid without being paid by the company to make the promotion of their product and their brand.
Of course. So, I mean, this is the power of branding because you will feel part of a community. So, you Apple
Yes.
gang, you're part of the family. And as I can see, an active member of this community, right? Because you're still buying again and again the product. And you can identify yourself with the company because of their easiness, while we talk about use of the devices, because of the design, because of the quality of their tools, and so on and so on and so on. And I'm sure you know better than me all the benefits that those products made into your life.
And something that we always say in Ocho marketing is the importance to have a strong and powerful brand. Why? Because, of course, the products may change, but the brand is always gonna be the same. So, in this case, for example, we can talk about many brands that, for example, Coca Cola, they have one beverage, which is Coca Cola or Coke, as they call it in English,
Yeah.
and it's well known around the whole world. But they have different types of products, like the water. What's the name of the water?
Yeah,
See, it's not even that strong that I don't
yeah,
remember
I
the name
mean,
of the water.
they own Sprite, I guess Fanta as well.
Fanta.
They have a bunch of variety of Coca-Cola, but at the end of the day, you know the red one, the red label, the classic one. So yeah,
But when you think about Coca-Cola company, you just think about Coca-Cola, right? So this
100%.
is the
Yeah.
the importance of having a strong brand, and this is what we believe in Ocho
Yeah,
marketing.
we believe in a strong brand, but before to create a strong brand, behind every single strong brand, you have a strong strategy,
Yes, of
right? So
course.
that the first step. It means that the basics, that the foundation of your company is the strategy.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, but you can always make some changes, adjustment to the strategy. It doesn't mean that you didn't start with professionals, that you cannot turn it into a professional strategy.
Yes.
It's never late for you to get the right strategy to reach the right audience at the right time with the right message. And that's what I believe, and Ocho Marketing believe, of course. It's the main goal here. And I would say for all of you that you are listening to us, I have a general question. Let's say, what makes you not a top performer in your field nowadays.
Exactly, because nowadays there's a lot of technology, tools, everything that can help you to be more successful.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I would like to say, and please, cameras, come closer, because listen, don't hire players, hire professionals. There's
Yeah.
people that have studied years and years and they have all this knowledge because they have learned about. They just haven't seen a YouTube video or just like paying ads on Instagram. Hire professionals because your brand and your product depends on your marketing strategy. So don't waste your money hiring players. You need to hire serious people and professionals,
Yeah.
right?
100%. What today will save you a bit of money will end it cost you bunch more money in a few years. And especially because it's not only about the money that you pay today, but it's also about the opportunity that you're missing because
Exactly.
of this wrong strategy. I won't say that this strategy will not work for someone else, but that's the whole point. It has to be customized for you, for your needs,
Exactly.
for your brand, for your vision, for your company.
So this is the difference between someone that likes to do something and a professional, because a professional will build a tailor-made strategy for your product and
Yeah.
your audience.
100%. I will just give you a funny example. So, of course, being from Switzerland, you know Rolex, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So back in the days, in my early years of my career, I did work as a student job, like for summertime, twice for Rolex, right? Nothing to do with the creation of of the watch or on the production. I mean, no, I mean, it was just like general services, helping with the building, let's say,
Okay.
but for Rolex. And basically, most of the employee they wore this watch, right? And they told me, what time is now? And I said, but you get a Rolex on your wrist, right? And they say, yeah, but I mean, it's an option. What you mean? So you didn't buy this watch to know what time is it?
No.
Of course, no. It's a status.
Of
So I'm
course.
buying a brand. I don't care about what time is now. I will just check on my phone, right?
Yes.
Everything is made to make you dream, and it's at some point the let's say the message that as a marketer we want to give, and we want to spread all around us. We want people feel proud of the product they're using, but because of
Yes.
the brand, not that much because of the product. As you said with your phone, because the basic use of a phone is just to call.
Yes.
Do you need an iPhone to call?
No, but it's better.
Do you call every day with your phone? I'm sure you're texting more than calling.
I hate calling.
Yeah, all right. So that's the whole point. Or you make stories, of course.
Yes. No, and yeah, this is true. It's how, because you know, when you are a happy customer, you are a loyal customer.
Yeah,
So, and when you feel, and something that we always say with auto marketing is that marketing makes you feel, you know, marketing creates feelings. It's not just to show, oh, look how nice this place is. It's not. It's like, imagine yourself being there. Imagine opening the door of your brand new apartment. Imagine driving in Sheikh Zayed Road in your new car. Imagine taking different pictures with your new camera. It's all of this, you know. It's more not just selling the product, because everyone can sell. It's more
100%.
about how
Yeah.
this product will make you feel.
Especially because at the end of the day, we are here targeting long-term brands, long-term strategy, long-term incomes and benefits. So is it impossible if you don't have the right strategy to last years after years? It's impossible because the competition is so hard. The players are so numerous, and you have too much possibilities.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you know that all those famous brands, they're still investing in marketing and branding. I mean, I can give you a bunch of example. I'm not sure if you wear sneakers because most of the time I see you with the high heels, right? But I'm sure you know the sentence, just do it. Who say that?
Of course, Nike.
All right. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you don't use sneakers. You know them, and you know what? They're a reference in the field.
And it's something very funny that you mentioned Nike, because actually I've purchased a pair of Jordans.
Yeah.
It's been like, I think 7 months ago,
Yeah.
and I've used it once just because I wanted to see how it is. If you ask me, it's not the most comfortable shoe I ever tried, but still I was happy to have a pair of Jordans.
Yeah, because of the status. Because you feeling part of this community.
Yes, it's
you
true.
a sneaker lover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's the whole
yeah,
point.
it's true. It's like how some brands makes you feel, and the status that a brand can give you. And we can talk like this. For example, I'm a bag lover, and for me, I think the bag I really want to have is a Birkin Hermes.
All right.
So, of
Which is
course.
ambitious.
But for me, I rather choose, of course, I don't have the money to pay this big one,
Yeah.
but I rather choose a smaller one from designer brand than paying for something that it's not on that level, because
You see?
even if it's not a Birkin, it makes me feel good knowing that I'm wearing something that it's from a designer.
And one of those brands, did they ever offer you any discount?
Of
Any
course,
price? Any, I don't know, any benefits?
no, like
I mean, money wise. Oh, of course, you
No.
have benefit because you will be part of the club. You will get free, let's say, after services and so on. But yeah,
But imagine, like, talking about Hermes and the Birkin, there is a list of people waiting to buy it. There's people that has the money to pay for it, but they're not qualified by the brand to purchase this bag.
That's just
So,
amazing.
and I think this thing is what makes people feel more excited about wanting something. And we were talking off cameras about the example of Rolex, that you cannot purchase a Rolex just like that, because there's a lot of people waiting for their own watch.
Yeah. And even the production, is limited at some point. And that's the whole thing. They know that the aftermarket is so strong.
Yes.
So that will make more, awareness about the brand, more envy about getting these watches. So, I mean, their vision is just amazing. And we should get inspired about them, because I receive a lot of clients saying, yeah, but I'm not this brand. I'm not this brand. Of course you're not. But if you want to become a top player in your industry, you have to act as a top player in your industry and stop just copy pasting a random strategy. We can all apply a strategy. You will watch a tutorial on YouTube. You will find them. 100%. Does it work for you?
Yes, it's true. We have a saying in Spanish that is like zapatero a su zapato. Like, if you make shoes, just make shoes. This is, I believe, in specialization. There's people that are good in something, just stay being good in that field.
Yeah, sometimes the passion is not enough. You can be an amazing tailor, have such a passion for creating clothes. Doesn't mean that you know how to market them.
Exactly. And it's sad sometimes, because you can see that they have some interesting products and such good quality, but sometimes they're not selling. Why this happen?
Wrong strategy, wrong target audience. Did they ever know who is the audience? What makes me a bit laughing, but at some point crying, it's when a client or potential client tell me, like, yeah, my product's for everyone. What? What you're talking about? Yeah, I made it for everyone. So you mean for no one? Because how you will explain to everyone that this product is made for him? How?
Yeah.
It's impossible. It means that there is a missing part in your strategy, because you don't know who to target. So how they will know that they are targets?
It's true.
They will never get the right message, because they are all expecting a different type of message, and we all expect a different approach from a company.
Exactly. So, for example, if I want to open my company, I have a new product, let's say shoes for women.
Yeah.
Uh, which steps would you recommend me to start promoting my product?
By defining who is your target audience, what you are selling to them, what is the added value of your product. Because wearing a shoes, I mean, basically it's just to walk, right? But those shoes are not made to your heels. They're not made to just walk, right? It's a style. Uh, it's an accomplishment. It means that you fancy enough to don't really care about your feet because I guess is that not the most comfortable shoes,
No, actually, no, they're very painful.
right? So all those steps you need to take into account, and especially the much information you get, the more precise will be your strategy, and it's really important for you to share that with your marketing provider. I don't know if you have any in-house marketing team or few people at least, but yeah, they need information. Data is key,
Exactly,
but
data
you have
is
to
key.
provide this data at some point, because before to go live, before to go with advertisement, before to even talk about your product, know your product, know yourself, know your company. It's really important. There is some companies, they don't have purpose in life. You
Yeah.
know what is the purpose of ocho marketing? Is just to make sure that everyone knows the purpose of his company. And trust me, it's really challenging, because most of the people, they don't know, they don't have a clear idea, and that's terrible.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're wasting their time, they're wasting their money.
Yeah, of course. And sometimes it's not about just the amount of money you can invest in your company. It's just the way you will do it. It's
Yeah,
all about the way.
yeah, it's true, it's true. Well, and with the constant growing of the market and the new tools, and yes, the new tools for
Mhm.
marketing, which ones you think are the most interesting to use nowadays?
Well, nowadays, this big AI, I mean, it's just the big brother of everyone,
Yes.
AI is just like, is a game changer at many points. Of course, as every single tool, take a step back and understand what it's about, and understand if you company of your product is made to be connected with AI. I still believe that it's not made for everyone, same as all the tools. But yeah, that's save a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Time is money,
Of course.
you know. That will get some stuff for you, but of course you have to know how to use AI, which is not the case again of everyone. And people just told me, it was what, like a couple days ago. Oh, well, those guys are just cameras. They say that there are AI engineers or AI, let's say, user or whatever. No, not at all. Those people, they know how to use it. So they use this technology to make something better or smoother, or on a easier way for them. So they're just saving time.
Yeah, it's true.
Not always cost, because you have to pay for those programs as well. And you have to maybe hire someone that knows how to use it.
And we go back to what we were talking about. Just use the professional person on that field.
Yeah.
Don't use people that it's playing to be that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. People, they are studying, they are working hard to master something. Trust them, pay for their service, be happy to collaborate with someone who can help you.
Yes.
Uh, we do the same. Everyone does the same as his level. We have today the chance to work with Leo da Vinci Media for this podcast, and you know why should I hire someone which is not professional if I can hire someone which is professional?
Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. I think the
How?
same as you. It's always good to find the professional on their field because there is no one better than them to deal with that.
100%. And you know what? Keep your eyes like straight and just like try to understand how is the path, how, I mean, how should I go and take all the step to reach my target. Because if you're just looking at this small benefit you can make because you try to make savings and cutting cost and hiring someone which is not professional, or just saying, oh, I will do myself. Yeah, we watch a tutor and I will do myself. All right, that can work for some
Time.
jobs,
Yeah.
right? But at the end of the day, you need to have a professional point of view about what you're doing, which is really important. Plus, that will make you get some confidence as well, and you will understand better your audience. You will understand better your product, and your company will be healthy.
Yes, well, thank you so much, Nicola, for all your feedback. Before we finish, I would like to ask you uh, what are your recommendations for everyone that has a product or are about to start with a company? Which are your recommendations for them when they want to start promoting
Yeah.
their product or services?
Well, you should trust the process. It takes some time. Uh, don't be on the rush to launch something. Make sure, double check every single step of your strategy. Hire professionals,
Yes.
or educate yourself to understand how this market works. Know your product and question yourself. It's important. Sometimes I mean, you're almost sure that you know your product, but you don't.
It's true.
Basically, you need to take all the step to make sure that everything is under control before to go live. Meaning, online or as well offline. I mean, it's the same. At the end of the day, we didn't invent something with online, huh? Right? We just took everything that exists offline and we implemented it in an online way. So yeah, I would recommend that, and work on your strategy. Work again on your strategy and again on your strategy, and adjust your strategy always to be ahead
And
of the
you
company.
know something that I always say in every podcast, there is no bad product. It's just a bad marketing strategy.
Yeah.
When you find the right audience
Yeah.
for your product, you will sell everything.
Yeah, I will never say to a client, "Oh, you know what? You're completely wrong. I mean, your product is bullshit or whatever." I will never say something like this, because if someone say that, is probably because he doesn't know how to market this product. There's
Absolutely.
always a way.
There is always a way, especially now with new technologies and everything. It's very easy to do it, but
Yeah,
you need to know how.
100%.
Yes. Well,
Thank you for this time.
thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for having a look for our podcast. Thank you so much, especially to Leo da Vinci Media. You can find here below their Instagram account. Like and follow their page because they are the professionals in the edition and to make this podcast happen. Thank you so much. And don't forget to follow Ocho Marketing.
Yeah,
Thank you. See you soon.
I see you
Bye
soon.
bye.
Bye bye.